So here's the end result of my Subway sandwich generator experiments that I've been working on at Subway. The purpose of this experiment is to find the statistical probability of each different vegetable being on each different sandwich at Subway. And I'm learning this because we oftentimes run out of certain vegetables or we have too much of certain vegetables. So I'm hoping that this information will make it so it's easier to predict what kind of vegetables to order so we don't lose as much money. How I did it was I first created a spreadsheet with the type of vegetables on the top and then the kind of sandwich on the side. And over the course of about 2 or 3 shifts, I recorded what kind of sandwich people had and what kind of vegetables they had on that sandwich. And I made sure that I had enough samples of each sandwich so that I could accurately predict what kind of vegetables they would have on that sandwich. And with that information, like I said, I'm hoping that we can determine an actual amount of vegetables to order so we don't waste as much or don't have any at all. So here's my spreadsheet. Okay, so come on the side is what kind of sandwich it was, and then on the top it's what kind of vegetable. And this shows the percentage chance that I got that they would choose that kind of vegetable. So like a veggie sub, 100% of people got lettuce on it. And that goes for all the vegetables on this sheet. And on the bottom it shows, like, if you picked a random sandwich, there's about a 59% chance that it would have lettuce on it. And then, so my uses for my information, one of them is kind of useless, but you could potentially use a random number generator or random number table to predict or generate what kind of sub or what kind of vegetables people would have on a random sub. So if you have, for example, an 8, and then you went to the spreadsheet, it would show, like, if that number was as high as the first number in this, that would mean it's a success and they got that sort of vegetable on their sandwich, if that makes sense. And you could just use that table to predict what kind of sandwich we made. Kind of useless, but nonetheless, you can do it. And the most important use of this information is to, since we don't like record how many vegetables are being used, this information should be able to make it so we can more accurately predict what to order, and that'll make our profits bigger. So that was the results of my Subway sandwich experiment.